Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to reveal the new set of wheels and tires that I got for the S209. Now, I know it's been a long time since I made an update on the vehicle. It's because it's been a long winter. There's really not much that I've been doing other than driving it on really nice days, and for the most part, it's been garaged for the winter. Now, I just recently took off the wheels and tires. As you can see, these are the OEM S209 wheels that have been doing a really great job. I have the 8009 200 treadwear tires on them. This is really going to be a street tire for me at this moment because I will be using a different set of wheels and tires. So one of the things that I actually got, one of the things that I really love are actually these tire covers that I got from, this is just a JDM STI part. Really keeps the wheels and tires in good condition, and since they're new wheels, I don't want to scratch them. I want to make sure that when I transfer them that they're kept in good shape. So here's the new wheel. This is actually the S209 OEM 19x9 plus 48 BBS wheel in gold. And this is what I chose. The main reason I chose this wheel, it's basically the same as this wheel in terms of the specs, it's just in gold. One is because I really love the gold color, and I think it looks really good with the with the World Rally Blue paint on Subarus. Just to give you guys some history, before I owned the S209, I actually had the 2015 STI Launch Edition, and one of the things I loved about that car was, you have the OEM gold BBS wheels for that model, and it looked really good on the 2015 Launch Edition. And so because that's what I owned before, I wanted to again have a gold wheel match with the World Rally Blue. So since I'm an S209 owner, you need a VIN number in order to be able to order these wheels. And so I provided Subaru dealership with the VIN number, and they said luckily we still have these at a warehouse. It's still in stock, so I decided to order these wheels. Now if you look at them, one of the key differences is actually the center caps. And one of the things that I really wanted to do with this set of wheels is actually pay homage to the 22B. And so I reached out to Ali Burrows. He's known as Ali Burrow Motorsports on social media. He actually makes these 22B center caps, and I think it looks really good. It really, I do like these center caps more than what comes on the regular S209, which is basically just your typical STI center cap. This comes on any kind of STI wheel. This 22B style center cap, I think, really gives it a really nice finish, a really nice look, and pays homage to the 22B, which started it all. Another thing, the 22B also had gold wheels, so really it's this is really the look that I wanted to go with. Now, in terms of tires, I decided to go with Bridgestone RE71 Arsas. And the reason I chose this is actually a 265/35/19 wheel. That's the size that's pretty much like recommended or OEM for S209, which to me it's a little strange because it's a 19x9 wheel. It's a really narrow wheel for a 265 width tire. And so that's one of the reasons I chose the RE71 Arsas, because it's one of the best Super 200 treadwear tires, and it also runs in a more narrow size compared to the AO52s, as well as like the Nankang CRSs. Really, in terms of autocross and Super 200 treadwear tires, I think these are the top 3 200 treadwear tires in terms of overall pace. The reason I decided to go with these is because for me this year, one of my goals is to improve as a driver, and in doing so I'll be doing a lot more autocross events, and I think that upgrading to a Super 200 treadwear as opposed to an 8009, which is more of like an endurance 200 treadwear tire, I think this will really bring out the potential of the car, provide better grip, and hopefully better times for autocross. So another thing to mention is I actually redid the suspension on this car. I decided to move away from the OEM S209 Bilsteins, and I am now running MCS. These are the two-way non-remote coilovers, and the reason I decided to go with this is because, one, I wanted to up the spring rate, so I'm running 11K front, 13K rear. I think one of the limitations of the OEM Bilstein struts that come on the S209 is that the way the spring rates are set up is it actually makes the car understeer quite a bit, because they are actually running stiffer fronts and softer rears. And when calculating, based on like the motion ratio and like the frequency in terms of suspension and what the target you want to get to be competitive for track and autocross, you really have to up your spring rates on both front and rear, and you have to make the rear stiffer than the front. This is actually going to give the car a little bit more neutral handling, and yeah, that's one of the major reasons I went with MCS. The other reason I went with MCS is because I wanted to dial in the front camber, and so before I was running like -1.5 because that's all I could run. On these cars you only have a camber adjustment from this upper camber bolt, but now that I'm running camber plates, I'm able to run a close to -3. I think I have -2.8 in the front, and in the rears I'm at about -1.4, and so I'm hoping that this will also help dial out that understeer and provide better turn-in and overall good handling. So pairing the MCS coilovers with the new wheels and tires, running one of the best Super 200 treadwear tires, as well as having this really beautiful S209 gold wheels, I think this should be a good setup for what I plan to do for track and autocross this year. So why don't we go ahead and put these wheels and tires on and see what it looks like. So one of the things I did with these wheels, I did ceramic coat it, and one of the products that I do recommend is the G-Technic. I believe it's called the C5 or something. It's the wheel armor. Makes it really easy to apply, and it's super sleek. It seems to be pretty clean, and I hope it's going to do a good job of protecting the paint on this wheel, because I want to keep this wheel in really good shape for as long as I can. Alright, so I just finished putting on all 4 wheels, and the next thing we have to do is use this Quick Set X in order to program the new TPMS sensors. And so in order to do that, here I'm just going to say service TPMS. I do not have a Porsche anymore, so let's put Subaru. Let's see, this is a... I guess this is just called... Impreza WRX STI. Although the Impreza name, as we know, went away in 2015, where now it's just WRX and WRX STI. I believe I have a 2019, so hopefully this will work. So it's telling me to go to driver's side front. And let's hope that this works. So usually it's like right near here, right? And then we just, this should hopefully trigger, and we got it. Wow, this is at, I don't know if you can read it, but it's at 40 PSI. Jesus Christ, I need to take some air out of that tire for sure. Now we go back to the driver's side, or passenger side front, and hopefully it should work. And there you go. Yeah, oh my gosh, these are pumped up to 40 PSI. I'm definitely gonna let some air out. And then you just do this on all four corners. So after doing that, I'll come back. All right, so there you have it. This is what the OEM gold S209 wheels looks like on a blue STI. So one thing I forgot to mention, these gold wheels, if you don't know, they actually come standard with the white S209s. I think there's something like 100 something of the white S209s and another 100 of the blue. And so the blue ones came with these, metallic gray S209 wheels. The white ones have the gold. And in my opinion, I wish that they had just used the gold wheels for the World Rally Blue S209s. I mean, it would have made more sense to do it because, I mean, with the 22B, those actually came with gold wheels. It was the first of its kind, and in my opinion, they should have made one of the last S-Line cars also follow suit and have World Rally Blue with the gold wheels. Personally, I really love how these look, and again, I'm just someone who thinks all Subaru should come with gold wheels, especially if you have one that's World Rally Blue. Again, I really love how the center cap looks here with these. This kind of like carbon fiber center cap is the same style as the 22B, and so to me that looks really awesome. Forgot to mention I also have these STI valve stems, very cheap. You can find that online. Overall, I think this looks really good and should be really functional. Should work very well with these RE71 RSs. And yeah, so let's just take a look at how this looks all around the car. So one last thing I wanted to mention is just how good these MCS actually are. So basically I ordered the MCS two-way non-remotes from Vorschlags, and they come with the Vorschlag camber plates. I think these are one of the best on the market because they give you the added benefit of improved caster. I think it has the best caster out of all the different camber plates, and so that's something that's improved as well. And you can adjust camber just with this front camber plate. One thing I want to mention about these MCS is like just how much I really love them. To me, I don't think that I would ever go to like a one-way adjustable coilover after owning something like the MCS. I think it's really important to have compression adjustment. And so what that means here, it's super easy with the MCS coilovers. You pop it, you press this button and it pops up. This is compression. You can switch it right and left to dial in compression, and basically for street driving you want this all the way low. For track driving you want to bump it up to the correct setting. For a rebound, you kind of want this at the same setting, at least for me, for street or for track. I think it's pretty much going to be the same. You want the least amount of rebound possible with the most amount of compression. This is actually something I followed from Moto IQ, Mike Kojima, who kind of did a detailed overview of how to set up two-way coilovers. I think that kind of philosophy works really well. So for at least for street driving, I would say it's bearable. As long as you dial the compression all the way down, it's actually not bad. For street driving, it's a little bit jarring, but totally doable. And here in Mass, we have absolutely one of the worst roads in all of the U.S. So, if it works in Massachusetts, it will work anywhere. So, again, so for this for this season. Completely stock engine. That's the way I like to keep it. And all I really did was a lot of suspension upgrades, basically the MCS coilovers, the new wheels and tires, and hopefully this will get me to my own personal goals for this season. So let me know what you guys like about this wheel and tire setup. Let me know what your favorite wheels are for Subarus, what you guys like to see. Personally, I like gold wheels, and to me, I wanted to keep it very OEM. I love BBS OEM wheels. These are really strong. They're not really that lightweight. They are heavy, but they're heavy for a reason, so that they can be durable. So at least with this, it's a more strong, has more durability, and should last the lifetime of the car. So let me know your favorite wheels. Thanks again for watching, and see you again soon.